only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, and I hope each and every one of you had a really nice weekend. Got a lot of work done outside if you had to do it, and if you had to just sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit, I hope you did, because Mother Nature surely cooperated when it came to the weather out there. Clear, cool start to the weekend. Stayed relatively cool, uneventful, even when the temperatures did try to work their way up close to that 80-degree mark. We had lower humidities, so it was just very nice and hardly a breeze really anywhere, so you didn't have to worry about things blowing around. It was just a very nice weekend. I must say, unusual for a Labor Day weekend to have that many days in a row of just basically uneventful weather with clear skies at night. Just wonderful. Great opportunity to be out and around here in Michigan. As far as the seasonal temperatures are concerned, we're hovering around those right now. We should be at 78 in the afternoon and 56 at night. Matthew, what do we have on the thermometer right now?
Currently, over at the airport, it's sunny at 68. Over in Midland, it's sunny at 70. Here, Radio Center, it's sunny at 72. We have variable winds at 3 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.15, and it's falling.
Hot spot in the state right now is Detroit. It does appear as though we will work our way up pretty close to 80 degrees today. Let's call it 79. But I think most of you will be flirting with the 80-degree mark because we'll have plenty of sun and not much of a breeze at all. If there is any, it'll be coming out of the south 5 miles per hour or less. Few clouds around tonight, but pretty uneventful. That's the way it looks right now. Once again, a south breeze under 5 miles per hour. Sun will set this evening at 8:09. It'll rise tomorrow morning at 7:03. So, yep, you could tell 7 o'clock and the sun was finally starting to come up. We are really rolling into fall very rapidly. As we go through the day tomorrow, we expect our temperatures once again to hover right around close to that 80-degree mark, 79, I'm going to call it. Clouds will be on the increase as we go through the day, and there will be a chance of a shower or two later in the day. A front will be sliding through. My guess is that front will work its way through late tomorrow night into the day on Thursday. So that's why Thursday still going to have a few more clouds around. But the big difference on Thursday is going to be the front moving through on Wednesday night and bringing along with it some much cooler air. Now, our high today, 79. Our low tonight will be 55. Then tomorrow, 79 for a high, 50 for a low. And then the front will be sliding through. Our high temperature on Thursday with a spotty shower around, especially in the morning, but I think partly sunny. 64 is all the warmer it's going to get on Thursday, a low of 47. Now on Thursday, we're going to have a west wind, about 5, 10, 12 miles per hour, and we will see some gusts of up to 25 miles per hour. Again, this will be on Thursday coming out of the west. Thursday night will drop down to 48 for a low. Then on Friday with clouds, some sun, maybe a sprinkle or two. I think the best chance is going to be later in the day on Friday. 66 for a high on Friday. Then moving into the weekend, 66 for a high on Saturday, 66 for a high on Sunday, and then approaching 70 degrees for a high on Monday. As far as the precipitation, the way it's going to be working, it will be real late tomorrow night into the day on Thursday. Thursday is going to be one of those on again, off again. It does appear as though whatever precipitation we do get will be right away in the morning on Thursday. Then on Friday, late Friday afternoon, Friday night, another chance of seeing some showers move through. But the weekend right now looks to be pretty good, with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies all the way through Saturday, Sunday, and into the work week on Monday. Record high in this state is 98. That was set back in 1953. The record low is 38, set in 1946. A year ago, our high was 72. Our low was 50. And just to kind of give you an idea as far as moisture is concerned, as we roll through the first 8 months of the calendar year, we should be right around 20 and a half inches of precipitation. That's what's average. So far, we're at 17.97 out at MBS International Airport. A year ago, the end of August, we were at 18.84. So we were behind last year, and we're behind again by almost an inch this year as far as measurable amount of precipitation, which even though some of you have picked up some pretty heavy-duty rain shower activity, and you're very thankful that you did, a lot of the state is hovering in that below average precipitation tally. And as far as soil temperatures, or I should say soil moisture is concerned, not only surface, but also subsoil, a good 60% of the ground out there is at below average to poor when it comes to moisture, soil moisture. Coldest ever for a 2nd of February. You got to go back to 1946. 64 was our high, 38 was our low. The warmest ever, 1953. The record on this date is 1953. That was set it was 98 degrees. The cold temperature, the cool temperature, overnight low temperature was 70. So 98 in the afternoon, 70 at night. That adds up to the warmest ever 2nd of September in 1953. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by today on this Tuesday, which feels like Monday. Matthew, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Well, before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. One more plot tour as far as the Michigan Bean Commission is concerned, the dry bean variety search plots. That is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, September the 3rd, beginning at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's at the Stoutenburg Farms, located about a mile southeast of Sandusky. Again, they've had a very successful string of field days, and they're looking forward to seeing a lot of you over in the far eastern part of the state, Sanilac County, at Stoutenburg Farms. That's about a mile southeast of Sandusky. Want to remind you about our good friends at RoofMax, and in particular, Ben. AskBenHow.com. He's been busy, but he doesn't mind it one bit because he's had the opportunity to take a look at a lot of roofs so far this summer, and moving into the fall, it doesn't stop now. AskBenHow.com to get that free roof assessment before we roll into fall, before we roll into winter, and then next spring, because you're looking at moisture throughout that period of time. You don't want to have a leak. You don't want to have any issues with the roof. If you need a new roof, he'll tell you. If you don't, he's got options. And the one option that I used and very happy with, the RoofMax option. It restored the flexibility and extended the life of my roof, so I did save thousands of dollars and one big headache. Safe, quick, comes with a transferable warranty. Get all the information from Ben, 989-859-6751. Again, askbenhow.com, 989-859-6751. Along with us, Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons. You had a nice weekend, did you, Abby?
Oh, I sure did. That was a beautiful weekend for Labor Day.
Yeah, it was. We got a lot of work done, and some of the crops out there started to turn a little bit more, the dry beans I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I know I was shocked. I went a little south for the weekend, and when I came back up, even just the soybeans themselves, the amount that has started to change. I mean, it's nothing crazy drastic, but you are starting to see, that lighter shade of green in some of these fields.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of curious just what the pod fill is on some of these beans, whether it's soy or whether it's navy beans. I think Joe Kramer midweek here is going to enlighten us a little bit because of the plot tours there. But soybeans, I've heard all over the place. Bottom pods, top pods, they're all looking pretty decent.
Yeah. I've gotten Snapchats from quite a few different guys that they are, some are looking really good. There's a few that, aren't looking good. Top didn't sell out or whatnot. I know across, for the market wise across the whole country, some of the corn belt, the driest they've seen in August in over 100 years. So not sure how that will, play out once we get into harvest here, get the corn in the field, get some yields down. Maybe that'll give us a little bit of a rally, unlike the rally we have at the moment.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the rally that we have at the moment is kind of heading in the wrong direction.
Correct. It's a red and not green.
And it looks like soybeans are taking a pretty good hit right now.
Yes, new crop soybeans are currently down 15 cents. Pretty sure a lot of it's coming from a lack of negotiation from trade deals with China. But if you take our non-China buyers out, we're actually off to a pretty good start. It's just China takes, a large quantity, so we need them to also come to the table.
And as far as the wheat is concerned, I see that's taking a little bit of a hit too. What's going on with there? Same issues?
Yeah, I think a little bit following, soybeans being down so much. Then also, they're kind of getting a larger rush in production right now. The yields are good over there, so that's affecting it as well.
Okay, so right now on the board, what do you have, Abby?
All right, right now in the board in Hemlock, we have old crop corn 389, new crop 354, old crop soybeans 970, new crop also 970. We have red wheat at 435 and white wheat at 473.
Okay. You have a good one, Abby. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon, all right?
All right, will do.
Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth as we take a look at those Chicago numbers. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor, new parts for old tractors made easy. And they want to invite you to the 29th annual Fall Family Days at the Thumb Octagon Barn, which is located just east of Gagetown. They'll have not only a lot of equipment there showing you how farming used to work back in the day. We're talking back in the 1920s and the 1930s. And there's also quite a display of old tractors there, too. And a lot of them have been taken care of by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts, new paint, new everything to replace to make sure that that tractor runs. That's what it's all about. That's what Steiner Tractor is all about. So check them out. Check out those old tractors at the Octagon Barn just east of Gagetown. Everything kicks off on Friday afternoon with a fish fry, and then it's 2 full days of craft shows and lots of exhibits for you to see. At the Thumb Octagon Barn's Fall Family Days coming up this weekend. Market Report also brought to you by the folks at Ed Raymond's Quality Clothing and Shoes since 1919. Over 100 years. great selection of Carhartt, Red Wing shoes and boots, Storm and Cromer accessories, and a lot more. You've got to see it to believe it. 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning, open 7 days, edraymond's.com. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
What are we looking at now?
A little bit wild today. The crude oil and energies are mostly higher today, 2 to 3.5% higher. Silver hit a new high at 41.10, so that's screaming up. All the precious metals up today. Stock market's tanking 1 to 1.5 to 1.75% down. Just anxiety over Trump's tariffs. Kraft Heinz hit a new low today. They said they're splitting up the company back to Kraft and Heinz, and Warren Buffett thinks it's a bad idea, so it's probably a good idea. CNC doesn't like it. What else? The UK has interest rates at a 27-year high, so that's kind of interesting. Socialism is not working there at all. And what? Oh, Trump says that he's going to give 0% capital gains tax rates to anybody jointly filing somewhere around 98,000 or less. So it's good for, the bottom tier of people that actually made money on something in the past.
Yeah.
But so we'll see. Here's your numbers. The September corn is $3.99.5. That's up a penny and a half. December corn $4.19, down 1 1/4. November soybeans $10.39.5, down 15 1/4. January soybeans $10.58, down 14 1/2. The September wheat is $5.08.5, down 9 1/2, and December wheat $5.25, down 9 1/4. Crude oil $65.38, that's up $1.37. Heating oil $234.64, up 8.5 cents. Gasoline $197.35, up 6 cents. Still only puts us at $2.75. And natural gas is $2.92.5. That's down 7 cents. And China and Russia made some pipeline deal for natural gas, so that's probably why there's pressure here. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3785 Canadian. That's up 33 ticks. The dollar buys 148.23 yen. That's up 106 ticks. The euro's at 116.55, down 54 ticks. The dollar's at 98.27, up 51 ticks. Gold's at 35.36, up 62.30 an ounce. Silver's 41.10, up 90 cents. Platinum's 14.1870, up 48.20 an ounce. And copper's at 453.5. That's up 1.6 cents.
All righty. You take care, Doug. Have a good one, okay?
Thanks. Yep, you too.
Talk to you tomorrow. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Krijak's House Family Restaurant. You got to supply the food for an event? Here you go. 989-894-5531. That's the telephone number. Tell them what you need, how many people you're going to be serving. They'll get it ready for you, and you will be a hero at your event. Great place to dine in, too. Krijak's House. Corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. Coming up next, Matthew, who do we have?
Coming up next, we have Vic Hupfer from Freeland Bean and Grain.
But first, this.
Farmers need a grain bin, equipment, a new farm shop, or cattle barn? United Producers Credit Services has been serving the lending needs of farmers since 1932 and now offers a flexible leasing program with 100% financing, flexible terms, and added tax benefits. Even the upfront project costs like concrete, plumbing, and electrical can be included in the entire financing package. To learn more, call United Producers Loan Officer Ashley Culp at 989-430-3424 or visit uproducers.com.
Farmers, when the job calls for power and versatility, trust New Holland compact tractors. Built tough to handle everything from chores to field work. Easy to operate, rugged and reliable, they're ready to work as hard as you do. And when it comes to support, Ellen's Equipment has you covered with expert service and parts at all 3 locations, McBain, Beale City, and Ithaca. Stop by today and see how a New Holland compact tractor can make your farm run smoother. Ellen's Equipment, where hard work meets hard-working equipment.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil and Blue Flame Propane. Farmers, landscapers, contractors, business owners, they'll take you to the top for more power, faster cold starts, maximum lubricity, and up to 8% improved fuel economy with extreme diesel from Power Service. All you got to do is go online at fosteroil.com or blueflamepropaneinc.com and contact your local sales representative. Give them a call. Learn more about quality products and services to keep you moving forward. Foster Blue Water Oil, supplying fuel, propane, lubricants, diesel exhaust fluid, and energy services for over 80 years. Let's touch base right now with Vic Huffer from Freeland Bean and Grain. Vic, I don't know how much work was done over the weekend out in the fields, but it looks as though our farmers are going to get real busy here pretty quick.
Yeah, the way things are turning a little bit more and more all the time, it's getting that time. I see a few small red bean fields sprayed that got sprayed either prior to the weekend or through the weekend. You can see them starting to brown. Weeds are dying that are out there. Those guys are getting ready with those. Those are typically earlier. I think the guys who have some pinnos, there's a few pinnos around. I think some of those have been desiccated and probably getting ready to harvest. Overall on blacks, I've had a few guys call me and ask me to look at some fields, but from what I've seen so far, they still got a little more time to go yet. I think we're probably about, a week away with this heat. Will make a little bit of difference, but I think we're probably, 5 days to a week away from desiccating some of those to get started. But all things considered, things are moving along. I see a few soybean fields are turning a little yellow. I see a few soybean fields that must have been some earlier varieties because they're turning quite well to where they're starting to lose some of their leaves on top. So, yep, things are heading in that direction. It's not going to take long now. That's for certain.
I guess not. And of course, the corn and everything else is coming right along too. So, I think everything is going to pop all at once like it usually does.
Well, and that's the truth. Normally I always benchmark corn as far as tasseling by my birthday. My birthday's the end of July, and if corn's tassel before my birthday, it's right on schedule. And with these last few years, the heat we've been getting in September and October is a little bit more intense than what we used to. I actually think it feels like our summer, and I don't know, Terry, if this is just me, but with June being cooler, it almost seems like our summer lasts later in the year. I guess I just feel like September's more of a warmer month than a cooler month than it used to be. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but looking at the forecast for the next 2 weeks, we've got some cool days in there, but we got some days that are going to be pushing 80 too. So out to the 15th anyway, we're looking at some pretty favorable temperatures.
And I'm looking at a pretty warm September all the way through. So we'll just have to see how everything shakes out. But at least we should be able to get some work done.
Exactly. And if that's the case, where we have a fairly warm September like that in early October, the farmers are going to be really surprised that they're going to have some pretty dry corn coming out of the fields again, I think.
That sounds
I think
great.
It was planted early enough and it's maturing well enough where I think they won't have to pay which will definitely help with the way the costs are.
Boy, it sure will. Vic, thanks a lot for sharing. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
You bet, Terry. Thanks.
Vic Huffer from Freeland Bean and Grain. Matthew, who do we have on deck now?
Coming up next, we have Craig Voorhees from the Rummel Insurance Agency, and we also have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville.
Craig Voorhees, first of all, let's talk a little bit about agritainment here in Michigan. It's really kicking off now here in September.
Right, Terry. It's that season, whether we want it to be or not. The apple orchards are opening. Pumpkin farms are going to be opening soon. Corn mazes, all the fun fall stuff. So if you're operating one of those for the first time, a lot of times that requires a completely separate policy from your typical farm policy. It's more of a commercial thing than it is farm, even though it's all about agriculture. The insurance world sees it a little differently. So if you're looking at doing those things or expanding your current operation, like I always say, make sure you're talking with your agent so that you've got the coverage in place that you want.
There you go. Craig, thank you so much. We'll see you Thursday, all right?
Yeah, we're going to be at one of those pumpkin farms, I understand.
Yes, we will. We'll be over at Johnson's. You have a good one. Talk to you again. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. What should we be doing right now?
Terry, right now is getting to be that time of year where that's what everybody's talking about, change of season. Plants now are beginning to get ready for next year. So they're storing things in their roots, which makes two good opportunities. One, to fertilize the things you want to keep alive. And two, is to put down herbicides for things you want to kill. Because they're going to take all that energy and all that chemical, they're going to put them in the roots, and your effectiveness is much better. So now is the time to prep for next year, get rid of the weeds, as well as fertilize and put those plants to bed fat and happy, ready to wake up and do well next spring.
There you go. Jerry, thanks a lot. You take care, all righty?
Uh-huh.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Also brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors, they're ready to go. No matter what you're doing, the folks at Weiss will pair you up with the right size Farmall tractor and the job that you need to have done. 35 to 140 horses, that will do the trick. So check it out today. Weiss Equipment, remember, can-do comes in red, and the folks at Weiss Equipment do it right. And they've been doing it right longer. David Anderson today, sitting in for Teresa. David, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Terry. Well, currently stocks are on sale to begin the week following a U.S. appeals court ruling that most of Donald Trump's tariffs are illegal. Currently, you've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 539 points at 45,005. On volume of 394 million shares, you have the NASDAQ down 412 points at 21,042 on volume of 656 million shares, and the S&P is off 97 at 63.62. Locally, Deere is down 220 at 476.44, Caterpillar down 458 at 414.46, CMS Energy down 11 cents at 71.46, Dow down 38 cents at 24.25, DuPont down $1.96 at 74.96, Corteva down 31 cents at 73.71, Huntington down 33 cents at 17.48, Independent Bank down 23 cents at 32.66, GM down 41 cents at 58.19, Ford down 7 cents at 11.70, Mosaic down 33 cents at 33.07, and Nvidia is down 6.71 at 167.46.
David, thank you so much. You have a great day, okay?
You as well. Take care.
Will do. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Michigan Trucks Ring of Saginaw, your complete parts and service headquarters for light, medium, heavy-duty trucks and trailers, as well as buses and recreational vehicles. 800-358-4751 or go online at truckspring.com. We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.